Let's go. Dave's bad at video games, really bad.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome.
So bad.
My thoughts keep telling me to get me home.
I don't know why he didn't show up, but I'm going to tell you he's bad at video games.
Oh, just let me
Dave is bad at video games. No matter what he plays, he loses and loses. He plays a lot of poker games too, if I can lose. Dave's bad at video games.
Keep telling me to get me home.
Wrong button.
Keep telling me to let me out. Fuck all
broadcasting live from Florida here. This is the most badass YouTuber. The known land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy C. This is Shot for the Point. My point man today is other than Jeffrey. Mr. Jeffrey, how are you, sir?
I am good. How about you?
And my man behind the glass, none other than the Matt Pitt. How are you, buddy? Big guy.
What's up? What's up?
I'm a year older. Just turned 40. My back hurts.
Same.
Yeah, it was Jeff's birthday recently too.
Yeah, mine's like
29. You're 29, aren't you?
28.
You're 20.
No, 28. I was born in '94.
That's God. Oh, you know what that means? The Rangers are when you're 30. That means the Rangers took 30 years. Only 20 more years, and the Rangers would be another 54, and then all those Devils fans back in '94 would have been right. It's gonna be another 54 years before you win one. Dave's bad at video games. I just want to say, I don't know why he didn't show up today, but I think it's time to share.
The pot calling the kettle black, but okay.
No, you have no idea. He makes me look like fucking Fatality and Shroud rolled into one. I'm telling you, he's terrible.
No, that's actually true. Actually, watching both you guys play games, I would say that you are
better.
Yeah.
Dave is bad at video games. Thanks so much. It's working now. Thank you so much.
It worked.
Woo! And it worked with the other one.
It worked.
Now start donating on Streamlabs. I take more money in tips or thanks.
Hell yeah.
Dave is bad at video.
It's better than the 50-50 split on Twitch.
Why did Dave? Is he hurt? What's wrong with him? I didn't hear anything.
No, he's preparing himself for his fireball.
Oh, so it's like a legitimate reason. So I really shouldn't have. So it makes me a real lousy person to make fun of my friend, even though he had something going on. But he's still really bad at video games.
Honestly, he's doing Fireball in like 4 hours. Like, he could have done the show if he wanted.
I remember when he was doing Pokemon. I'll tell you a story. I was talking to one of his fans. I was like, look, Dave's really bad at video games, but I don't know, like, thing one about Pokemon. I was like, how is he at Pokemon? And there was this big, long silence. It was like two of his fans were in Discord, and one of them says, well, he opens packs really well, and he's entertaining. I was like, well, that doesn't tell me anything. How is he at the game? There's streamers that are a little better than him. I forget who it was. Why am I talking about Pokemon? Because Dave's bad at it. He's bad at video games. I'm mad at him for not showing up. This is my childish revenge on my 15-year friend. I'm just gonna tell everybody he's bad at video games. I can't believe you made me say that. I'm also gonna tell you, like, I should tell his story about the time when I insulted his friends. Let me tell you something. All right, Dave, love him to death. He had a lot of dorky fucking friends in the army, right? So I'd go to these poker games with these with his dorky. I thought, we're playing poker, having cards, smoking cigarettes, having beers. And they're talking about, I don't know, video games that they're probably bad at too, and Gundam and whatever jerk-off stuff they happen to be talking about. And, it's not like tipster. Sorry, homie, there you go. Well, thanks. You paid the difference. Except when you do it after the show, wink, wink.
I'm probably going to be watching baseball and football.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, Matt, I saw that little thread I was included in at fucking 12:30, so thanks for waking me up, by the way. That was great. That made me really...
What thread? What are you talking about?
The fucking fireball, or what's it called? Fireball?
Oh yeah, I didn't. I think someone else added you, but yeah.
Yeah, well, whoever added me, thanks for waking me up. I really enjoyed that. I will not be partaking. I will be watching baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, my partner dropped out last night, so I had to find a new one. So I went from the most well-liked partner in commentary to the least liked with Vito. So that's
maybe you'll balance each other's out.
There's got to be people worse than him.
I think Vito's gonna open it up like Matt doesn't have a leg.
He's gonna be like, Matt doesn't have a leg, and I'm a pedophile.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tisser losing a new account on Twitter. Yes. All right. Put it on the chat if you want to hear Dave's dorky army friend story. I'm interested if you're interested.
You're gonna tell it. You're gonna tell it either way. So just go ahead.
I want to see the ones. It helps my ego.
Yeah. Put the ones in the chat. Puppet.
Ones in the chat for Tommy C's dopamine. I need all I can get.
Go.
There you go. So anyway, so I go to Poker Friends and I noticed like this is just before I wasn't in Dave's unit when I met him. It was like shortly afterwards that I actually ended up, and I'd never been, even though I was a commo soldier, I never was in commo. So most of the commo guys are like, you know, into World of Warcraft and a lot of stuff that I wasn't used to the other guys that I'd served with are into, which on the surface is fine with me because I was pretty dorky too. But I had no idea until I went to a poker match with Dead on Dave that he did. Dave used to throw these poker things, and they were good. You could win a lot of money. It's a lot of fun. He did a good job. There's no doubt about it. But boy, some of the people that went there were lame, right? So it's typical. It's almost like being called on, like it was like talking to people on the internet. Hey Tommy, what do you think about Gundam? Nothing. I'm 31 years old. Yeah, you know, I'd make wise ass comments. Like they would ask me what I thought, and what I figured out what they were doing was they would say, "This is what I like," and you're supposed to say, "That's cool too," and you're supposed to get a dork conversation, something I wasn't willing to do. Great, Grace, Matt, give Matt a break. He had a hobble all the way to this computer. That's Jane. Thank you. So like they would ask me, and then I'd make a wise ass like response and I thought it was appropriate because I don't know, we're all guys and I don't care if you made fun of my video game crap too. I mean, I think I'm pretty fair on that part.
Yeah.
And but it didn't seem that way. It seemed like these guys are like really taking it personal. And then I remember, I don't think it was Dave that said this in fairness, but there was one guy in there that actually said this to me. You are just shitting on people's childhood. Are you kidding me? You're fucking asking me. You're asking me what I think, and I don't like that shit. What do you want? What do you want from me? You know? I mean, God, they could have made fun of me for like, I was really into soccer at the time. They could have goofed at me for that, right? So, yeah, you can see everybody at the table is getting fucking pissed off. They're all dumping their money to me too. And then one guy says to me, I bet you would shit on what I grew up on too. And I looked at him dead in the face and I said, nah, not really. Let me hear, and I'll shit on it if it sucks. He goes, well, I am a big fan and I know all this extraneous bullshit about the Final Fantasy series. And I said, well, I really don't know what to say about that. I think Final Fantasy is kind of cool too. And he was like, yeah. And then I said, if you like to hit the X button all through your childhood. And the fucking guy almost got up and left. And Dave was sticking up for him. Like, get over yourself. Dave's a lot different now.
I don't think Osama would have gave two shits about his childhood either.
Dave wouldn't have gave two shits now, but back then he was a little more sensitive.
Motherfuckers in the army.
Personally, I loved hitting the X button all through my childhood.
Here's your childhood, fuckface. Here you go. Here you go. Your X button. Oh, my childhood. My childhood. My childhood. I'm sure he's a fucking nunce that likes anime now. But whatever.
Speaking of anime, that last donation.
What was that? Tommy, what do you think? You think it's gay anime? What do you think about his gay anime thing? I like. Oh, Dave's doing anime now? No, he never was that bad. No,
it said like, what do you think of this gay anime I like? I was gonna say, well.
Oh yeah. That's exactly. It's pretty much the question. Just add Transformers. You know. Yeah. So like, what do you think of the Transformers? Like, I don't know. It's like fucking 20 years ago, or the time it was. Now it's like 30, pushing 40. What do I care? I don't know. I don't get it. But even though Dave had a lot of lolcow friends back then, there's bigger lolcows in this community. Just to think, if you thought we were dorky, check out this jerk off. We're going to watch. I think maybe as much as I can stand. Basically, what I'm going to do today is I am going to steal Nicholas Diorio's act about John Swan stealing Nicholas Diorio's act. That's my plan. Def Noodles, YouTube's most hated comedian. Fucking John Swan, YouTube's most hated commentary channel. So we're gonna watch this, and I almost wanted to put a supercut of this. Maybe I will cut this up on all the ironic things that John says. So y'all ready to watch this together? Because I'm looking forward to it. There's not really a whole lot going on that I'm interested in anyway, and that's all that counts. But here we go.
Noodles.
Def 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 Noodles. Def Noodles.
Def Noodles. Def Noodles.
What on earth happened?
About to ask you the same thing, pal. You know?
That might have been the lowest amount of testosterone I've ever seen.
What happened?
In a clip.
What did he do wrong? Was he not self-aware? Was he manipulative? Is he a liar? It's too fucking funny, man. Too fucking funny.
If you've been on YouTube over the past few days, then you've probably heard the name Def Noodles.
No.
Recently, he's been ridiculed for a terrible comedy event that he live streamed.
You're like my cousin if you were a girl.
But many of you may not know that there's a lot more to the story. In fact,
No, there isn't. That's not true, is it?
I mean, the story goes back in the sense.
Yeah, I
like,
guess.
back a while.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that fucking fascinating. You know what I think? I think he got a sponsorship and maybe had to do it. I think it's funny.
True.
I think it's funny. I think it's what happened. He just has to do it. Whatever.
Def Noodles has
John Swan gotta eat. Wiggins are broke these days.
been heavily criticized over the past 2
Heavily
years,
criticized.
with a lot of it falling under the radar. And as it turns out, he's not just unfunny.
I mean,
Pot, kettle black.
I mean, okay.
Does Def Noodles have ever been accused of stealing somebody else's jokes?
I don't.
No, I don't think so.
No, because I don't think anybody could come up with anything as horrible that he does.
He's also manipulative, vindictive, and the very archetype of a corrupt, scummy YouTuber that we know all too well. Today, we'll be going through Def Noodles' past, uncovering his scandal.
Hey, Dr. Skipper, fuck you!
You think he was like? You think when he recorded this YouTube video, he's looking at himself in the mirror?
No, I think he's psychotic, and the only people who would believe that are just bad people. Yeah.
Scandals and controversies, and finding out why this comedian is one of the most hated on all of YouTube.
What makes Def Noodles a comedian other than he tells people that?
That's it. He tells people that.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We're able to get a half hour out of this.
The legendary John Swan.
Def Noodles, whose real name is Dennis Feitosa, is an actor and comedian living in LA. He's worked and
It's well written.
Yeah.
performed in numerous venues throughout his career.
Def Noodles is an actor and comedian living in the state of California and the city of Los Angeles.
And is a self-professed master of comedy.
I have a background in comedy. I trained literally for years as
Where? Where? Where'd you train?
Tommy, I got a background in Black Ops from playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, me too. I got a black guy.
I got a background in walking.
With 2 feet. You're an expert.
an
Yeah,
improviser.
exactly.
You know, you'd be a good expert. John Swan, $3. Tommy, can you play this video? It's a blatant copyright infringement. You can't play this video. It's stable copyright. Actually, I will recommend if you really can't get enough of blasting John. I'm actually trying not to steal Nick's shit, because one of the things he pointed out at the beginning of the video, I don't give a shit one way or another. I know he did it. He's leaving out all the players that exposed Def Noodles, which is kind of funny, you know. I mean, that in itself's not like lifting stuff, but yeah, he lifts stuff. That's what he does. He's not that talented in the commentary. It's funny. He's like a commentator with hundreds of thousands of subs, or used to have. Well, he used to have 200, right? And he's completely and totally devoid of being able to give commentary. He really, in a lot of ways, tell me if I'm wrong, Jeff, he really is like an old school 2016-17 English commentator. You know, the ones that used to wait for Clown to post something and they do a whole video about it? That's correct, John. Yeah. John was the modern version of that. You know.
I've performed in basically every major
open mic
theater and comedy venue
open
in
mic.
New York and in LA.
How'd you win your career? Just a little.
Flappers? Is that a big club? I never heard of it.
Ain't
no Stress Factory. That's where that's
sounds fitting then.
I used to go to the Stress Factory in New Brunswick.
Supposed to hold me down.
Every stand-up place, every place that you can think of and you can find on Google.
Didn't Augie find that he wasn't going to be appearing at the fucking place that he said he was going to be appearing? You know, like,
yeah. I think the line was something along the lines of, "I've never heard of him before."
Yeah, I you know what I think. I don't think he studied that hard when he says he studied comedy.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Run Deckard Run. Def Noodles Wushu is the. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, Deckard. Thank you.
Thanks, Deckard.
As a side gig, he also started a YouTube channel in 2018 where he reacted to popular videos and meme compilations.
He said big words and shit. Come on, man. What's the matter with you?
Hi, what are you doing?
That screams anime.
In a bath. Send me a pic. Okay. All right. Bye. Well, you know.
Really just the most top tier content imaginable. But Dennis was proud.
You had nobody to rip off, John. You had Nick. You had Nick and the whole NCO to rip off.
Did you hear what Nick was saying a story how he like basically talked to John about it, and John gave him a sob story. He's like, John, Nick, I'm just not as funny as you, and you're so funny.
Actually, I remember when that happened, and just give you what a good guy Nick is. He didn't tell everybody except me. That was something Nick told me in confidence, and I never fucking said anything to anybody about it.
I bet you wanted to just scream.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. But I'm not funny. John Swan. Okay, guys, my autistic country wrote the script, so it turns out he ripped off Nick. You know, I had somebody write me saying that, you know, Nick was mauling. I think Nick has every right to maul. I don't even think he mauled that much. I think he was pretty much good-humored about the whole thing. He didn't even call him a plagiarist, which I actually think he deserves at this point. I think it's unequivocal at this point. But I think, like... I
can't believe you made me say that!
Biggest blunder. Hard work paid off for me. Have some on me and the old man. Thanks so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. I think Nick had every right, because look, Matt, you know this. We used a lot of stuff Nick gave us. You know, Nick was invaluable to the show. I think he was invaluable to Augie's show. I think Nick probably kept me going an extra year or two.
Nick has this great talent as soon as he gets into a voice chat to get you completely captivated on what the fuck he's talking about.
And that's why he's a great video maker. He's so, so good. And like, don't you think he has a right to be a little bit pissed off that and all the stuff that happened behind the scenes between me and him that created stress? Now, I'm not saying like the thing that happened between Nick was direct result, but I think it was an indirect result.
Yeah,
I think there was a lot of tension between me and Nick over that. And then, you know, I'm not blaming John. I'm saying I think that tension carried over now that I look back, because he used to irritate the shit out of me that he kept sticking up for this fucking moron. And it was so like it seemed so fucking personal to him. And he was a good friend of John, a very good friend of John. So I think he has a right to maul. You know, we were streaming it inside the Discord. Join today. We streamed Nick's video, streaming in got a Discord, and I was just saying he's blowing off steam. You know, so that's the way I feel about it.
Proud of his content and the things he was making. So proud that he submitted it to YouTube commentator Kavos to review on a live stream.
Whoa, Def Noodles, your channel's a bit of a madness. He's basically Sniper Wolf, Soy Boy Sniper Wolf. All right, let's just watch Area 51 memes.
Area 51 raid meme. Uh-oh. Where are
I'm gonna steal his I'm gonna steal Kavos' act. I want to do that. I want to rate other people's videos.
Oh, wait a minute. This guy literally just reads out memes. He just reads them out. What is this? Okay, if you just took him away, bye-bye, don't have him here, and just play this video and let the memes roll, this video would be better.
This one bad review from Kavos sent Dennis into a crisis. Well,
it wasn't even a review. He's just roasting him.
Yeah.
You can roast anybody for anything, even people that are good. It's a little harder when they're good, but anybody can. If you're a good roaster, man, you're fucking funny. You can make great content look awful if you're really good at it. You know, and that's all I see. I just see roast master Kavos here.
He initially seemed to respond constructively to Kavos' scathing criticism. He uploaded a video the next day expressing his thoughts, and he wasn't too happy.
I'm just gonna be completely honest with you.
How is that constructive? Kavos made me want to quit YouTube.
Yeah, that just screams I'm being a pussy.
Yeah, that's not constructive. That's something you can handle constructively. Thank you for all the unless John, you get a bad review, you should quit. If that's the case, you should have been gone years ago. No, what Kavos is trying to do here is swing what little audience he had at the time. That's what he was doing.
You guys, I've just been kind of sad.
No, like you tried to do to me in 2000. It didn't work.
Over the past few days, ever since that whole thing with Kavos, where
do you remember why you did? Because like, I was kind of wink, you're being a plagiarist. Tommy, I know a thing or two about roasting. Some would say I'm a comedian. Didn't you know that? That's what I hear. Thank you, Def Noodles.
he basically tore my channel apart. Everything he said has kind of been cycling in my head, and I've been thinking about it and thinking of new ways.
He had no intention of quitting. He's just trying to get, like, look, he hurt my feelings. That's what he's doing there. That's what he's doing. That's a swing. It's a passive-aggressive swing. Def Noodles, if you had to choose who's worse, me or John?
You really got to think, Jesus.
It's like a fucking Rubik's Cube.
You want to put a poll in the chat? You want
That's
to
what I'm
put a poll in
thinking.
the chat? Put a poll in the chat.
Fucking shit, man. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this like John Swan. I can't think for myself, so let's find out what the audience thinks.
And form your entire opinion based on what other people think.
Who's worst? John Swan. What a dumb name. Def Noodles. Here we go. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Action.
Oh.
There you go. Let's see.
Ways that I can improve my channel. I am kind of going through.
I think Def Noodles is gonna win because he's like the newer lol cow.
A small personal crisis, if that's
how is that a personal crisis? You got goofed on.
You can call it.
Over the next few months, Dennis did actually try a few new things, eventually finding success covering the Onision allegations in late 2019. But then, in early 2020, the unforeseen happened. A pandemic swept across the world.
Yeah. Well, he's so dramatic.
Sending everyone into immediate lockdown. And some of the most highly affected
The vote is
were those
50-50
working
right now.
in the entertainment.
So I'm not stupid.
The vote is literally 50-50 right now. Now it's at 49%. It's literally just 50-50.
Great. I don't feel so dumb now. Thanks, fuckheads. Thank you.
Industry. Performances were cancelled, comedy clubs were closed, and poor Dennis was left without a main source of income. In response to this, Def Noodles drastically stepped
He's being sarcastic, right?
up production, gradually transforming his channel into a one-stop source for internet news. These videos were incredibly high energy and consisted of Dennis wearing some cat ears, screaming into the microphone about all of the newest internet gossip.
Dirty Dom returns to the internet. Trish Paytas goes off on Nikita Dragon. James Charles gets exposed.
I will say this, and I won't back off of this. I think this was an interesting, new way to do it. And by the way, I'm not the only one that felt this way. The lying is where I had a problem. The misleading people is where I had the problem. The arrogance and the unwillingness to say he did anything wrong was always my issue. I always thought this was creative. I told him so. Keemstar thought so. Keemstar thought he was a replacement at one time. Am I wrong? But we had I think me and Keemstar was like, wow, this guy is doing something different. Yeah. I will not knock. Like, this would be like me knocking Bobax for Twitter versus. Yes, it's a simple formula, but it's also simply brilliant. You know? And I think this was too. Like, he really, if you think about it, Def Noodles is a tragic story because he had the world by the balls. He just couldn't get his ego out of the way. That's it. I think it's a fair assessment. So maybe by that, John's worse.
Bro's getting PewDiePie goes off on him.
Did I affect the poll? Hold on a second.
No, it's actually
it's turning around. John's coming back. Go, John, go!
It's literally going back and forth. It's been on 50-50 like 2 times now. It's insane.
Jesus, John's back down. No, I didn't even influence. In fact, if anything, I influenced the other way.
Hey, Tommy, is it okay if Jessix joins us?
Yeah, fuck it. Hey, if you ever leave your husband, who are you going to sleep with first? Me?
I'm sorry?
Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hello. I just wanted to share that I voted for John Swan.
That's it?
Yeah, no. I mean, I wanted to join it.
You want to do this?
This is a fun show.
Let's do
it.
it.
But I did vote for John Swan being worse. Only because, like, Def Noodles, one, his downfall is more entertaining because I wasn't involved. It's, like, funnier to see it from the outside. Yeah. And 2, because, like, I feel like Def Noodles is just retarded, whereas John Swan was intentionally manipulative.
Correct. Oh. I agree.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You remember when you were in the chat saying I was being too hard on John?
Yeah, and you know what? Like he when he was releasing his statement on Dream, he actually got in a one-on-one call with me and like went through the whole statement and everything. Like just lying to my fucking face. I never got an apology from him. Not Jesus one time. Christ. He never messaged me again and said I'm sorry.
You weren't active. Like, what was the point of doing that? You weren't active. See, I could see the point of doing that.
No, I was at the time.
You were at the so that's all right. Maybe I'm sorry. I don't remember you being that active.
And I never got an apology from him. And like, I'm not going to say we were best friends, but we had spent a lot of time talking.
You stuck up for him. You stuck on many occasions.
Yeah,
with me and
I stood up for him and everything. Yeah, and he just lied right to my fucking face. Of all people, like he didn't have to do that. Like he went out of his way to do that. Like it was totally unnecessary.
If you feel like if you're one of these guys, and I've always explained John like this, like you look at his lies and they're just so outrageous. The only thing I can come up with is I got this. So he thought you were stupid is what it was and tried to manipulate.
I fell for it. I mean, I'm such an emotional person and I'll stick up for my friends through anything. Like I don't look at things objectively. Like I just want to stick up for my friends because I love my friends. I'm just like
I do understand.
Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a loyal person, you know. I want to stick up
for Nick was too, believe me. Nick was too. Nick's like that as well.
By the way, folks, I'm happy to say I had the exclusive privilege to catch the brand new Matrix, which takes place entirely in a JCPenney. Irrelevant news.
Hold on a second. John Swan, Jessica, I told you to say 3 Hail Marys and I'll be forgiven. What the fuck?
Through this content, he obtained the most amount of fame in his entire career. And at the same time as his YouTube growth, Dennis also cross-pollinated with his Twitter account, making multiple tweets a day about all of the latest gossip and drama.
He's doing a good job there too.
He quickly became incredibly popular on the site, and it was during this sudden growth that I started to take notice of him. Def Noodles' tweets were also cited as a legitimate news source by several prominent publishers.
That's not Def Noodles' fault. That's Taylor Lorenz's fault. That's that other bimbo, Cat Stevenson. I don't know what her name is.
Ken Barge.
That's her name.
Barge.
Who's Cat Stevenson? I forgot. Isn't that the English rock singer?
I have no idea.
Cat Stevens. Yeah. Hold on. Didn't he sing that song "Old Man"? No, that's Neil Young. I forget.
No, you're thinking of fucking
Cat Stevens, right?
Peace Train. Yeah, Cat Stevens. Yeah.
Cat Stevens. What was his big song?
Ride on the peace train.
No, Cats in the Cradle wasn't him. That was somebody else. He's dead. He died in a car accident.
Yeah, peace train was
Cat Stevens became a Muslim. By the way, it's still deadlocked at 206 votes, 51% to 49. Unbelievable. Father and son. Thank you, Speedy Bird. You're clearly in your 50s. All right, let's go.
Publications such as the New York Times and Insider, and this only further added to his credibility and influence. Very soon, he was firmly cemented as the place to go for all the latest in online culture.
We do have a guest, though. One that is beloved in the community, one that reports the facts, the news, the gossip.
He's so fucking such a jerk off.
All the drama. It's the one, the only.
Like lying, just like he's another liar. He just lies about everything.
Dennis, Def Noodles.
But Dennis didn't just cover the petty side of internet drama. His account was also the catalyst for serious stories about...
I will say this too. One of the dirtiest he did anyone was John. And as bad as John was, he didn't deserve what he got from Dennis. Absolutely not. I don't to this day. I'd be a total hypocrite if I thought it was funny.
The biggest influences at the time. One of the main stories that he can be attributed to breaking in 2020 was Bryce Hall throwing parties during the middle of COVID lockdown.
Good. Wish you would have gave Dr. Fauci COVID earlier. So a good time. Good. I'm looking back, and I really wonder, all the people that used to get all fucking arms about COVID parties, they're fucking heroes to me now. Good. I'm glad Bryce Hall did that. Good. Fuck all y'all. And we're all gonna feel it in the next year or two, and maybe for the next decade. Thanks to fucking people wanting to lock up all our countries for so long. Good. These people are heroes as far as I'm concerned. Heroes.
Tommy, this disease killed one person for every 6 countries, so sure. I think you need to calm down a bit.
You know what? So will a nuclear bomb from fucking Putin.
Def Noodles' tweets about the situation were sourced by dozens of legitimate publications, such as TMZ, BuzzFeed, and...
What a shock. Young people didn't want to stop their lives.
The Daily Mail. He was even interviewed by Insider about the story, further establishing his credibility as a legitimate source for internet news. Honestly, Dennis's page carried more influence than most journalists on the platform.
Probably true.
But despite their similarities with their style of reporting, there was one major distinction. Journalists have some level of editorial oversight, and Dennis just had himself.
Had none, and that's why they use him. That's actually... Am I liking this video? Who did he steal this from?
I don't know.
That's a good point, right? Am I wrong?
That's a good point. Yeah,
Jeff, am I wrong?
No,
that's a good point.
And because he didn't have anyone vetting his tweets, he would eventually fly a little too close to the sun. On August the 22nd, 2020,
psychopath, just like John
embroiled in his...
He's psycho. He's a psychopath, just like John. Right, Jess?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if I say psychopath. I'm not a mental health expert.
I am.
But,
I'm a mental health expert. This guy's fucking nuts. Both of them.
Major internet controversy. It all started when he posted a tweet reporting on a leaked video clip of Charli D'Amelio allegedly vaping. While it...
Oh God, this is when Nick this is when he got Nick's attention.
It's definitely weird that grown men are reporting on what teenagers are doing in private. That wasn't even the worst of it.
You would do
I don't think John Swan is allowed to talk about
I don't think he's above
doing in private. Well, not only that, I mean, we know what John Swan was doing privately with teenagers.
It's a good point. Like, everybody's... Like, I reported on... I never did D'Amelio because she never did anything that really interested me, and I didn't want my daughter...
Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
I wouldn't say nobody cared. It could have made a lot of money.
Well,
but,
I didn't dive into that.
I just didn't want my daughter making fun of me because that was like her favorite TikToker for years. I don't like my daughter goofing on me. Make me feel stupid.
In the replies to this tweet, Dennis posted some screenshots.
I've done it. I want money. I want your own money. I want all the money. I want money.
Shots of him reaching out to Charli D'Amelio's parents, asking
this really is something else. This is creepy. Not reporting on Charli D'Amelio.
them to comment on their daughter's vaping, and even went so far as to reach out to Charli herself to ask for comment about this leaked video clip. The internet did not react well to this tweet in particular, racking up over 4,000 quote tweets, with some of the most popular ones garnering over 100.
But you think that would have been, yeah, maybe I pushed it. Maybe I pushed it just a little too far. Not Def Noodles.
Nah.
Not John Swan. Where's the next pedophile drama?
100,000 likes. Def Noodles tried to justify himself, but it was of no use. Charli D'Amelio's...
Really? Was it? He continued?
Yeah.
John, let me make this abundantly clear. John Swan, or Def Noodles, didn't hit a bump in the road until Nick did a video, and it wasn't that big a bump.
Yeah.
He didn't hit
it wasn't
a
really
bump.
Change his character.
No, it changed nothing, and all he did was gain more subs. So who is John kidding? You know, he just loves to grandstand.
In fact, I don't think he's hit a bump until probably 6 months ago.
He
right?
really?
Like
Now he's in a fucking full-fledged decline. But
but
Nick just gave him a bump. That's it.
Yeah.
A bump. You know, and that's not a slight on Nick. That's that's a testament to how popular he was.
Fans ended up mass flagging the leaked video of her vaping, and it was subsequently removed for violating Twitter's rules. But
which is bullshit.
A few days later, Dennis would return to Twitter, and his response was more insane than anyone could have ever expected.
I don't know. Try me.
There's not really a high bar there.
I don't know. Try me.
Posted dozens and dozens of tweets claiming that everything on his entire account had been satire all along, and that he was actually playing a character. He claimed that the overly serious tone in his tweets made his content...
What do you mean? That's not that. And I think that's what made Nick. You wrote her parents. Was it you satirically wrote her parents? You know?
And satirical.
I think John's just mad he didn't think of it first.
It really is funny that this is the defense that more than likely Keemstar is using, which I think has a little more ground. You know, Court, I don't know, but that this is exact his defense. So it's ironic.
Silly, and that his account was all just an experiment. The crazy part about this was that no one seemed to realize that Def Noodles' account was a joke up until this point. His tweets were...
No, because it wasn't. He's lying, and it's very clear, and most people figured that out.
Genuinely no...
that had an IQ that has 3 digits.
Different to what every other digital journalist was doing, but at a much greater scale.
And I also want to point out, like, fucking, it was only when he snubbed Tim Barge and who's the other bimbo that she's my age and pretends to be their age? I can't remember her fucking name. The one
Taylor Lorenz? No.
Yeah, Lorenz. Yeah. They were more, as long as he towed the woke line, they were more than willing to continue to support him. Yup.
And the people that followed him did so because they saw him as a legitimate source for internet news. And
no, they're just morons. You gotta admit, there's a lot of stupid people on the internet. I mean, there's just a lot of dumb people that are looking to follow something.
That's evident by how many publications cited and referred to his...
No, they were doing it because
they do it to anybody though. Like
he just kind of contradicted himself, because what he said before was actually kind of interesting. I just thought that guy was holding his dick. Hold on a second.
What?
Get out of here. All right, now I feel better. Stephen A. Sharch. No, he gets to do the work that they can. You know, first of all, there's not much they can't do. I mean, look at Taylor Lorenz and, going to people's houses and relatives. And do you know Libs of TikTok live next door from you? And Stephen A. Sharch is much the same way. Stephen Ashrash. I mean, they're just, they would love to be able to not have an editor or something. So this is their way around it. It's the equivalent of what we used to do in Iraq. For all the war crimes that we couldn't commit, we just hired other people to do it for us.
The satire behind it is that I'm not a journalist, and I am doing what a journalist does. Like the fact that I take myself so seriously as a journalist in this context, and that the way I present things is so serious, that's what's supposed to be the satire. Like, I don't know anybody else.
Oh, Jesus, that's so old.
You just wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. You know who else did this? Jon Stewart used to play this fucking game a little bit. That's why I started like literally, because I always thought Jon was pretty funny, and I was kind of glad when he left the Daily Show because he used to pull this crap every so often.
Who takes doing this stuff while not being a journalist that's serious? You know what I mean? Like, if
that's probably who he's following, if I had to guess. It's Jon Stewart.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's referenced like Jon Stewart
and all those late night douchebags. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's
because that's his generation.
Like, oh, it's like me. Yeah.
By the way, we only thought he was 26 at this point.
They're a journalist, then 25. It makes sense if they're like that serious.
35.
But I'm not. I'm like as far as you can get from being a journalist.
It's like very hard.
He was satirically 25 when this came out.
Hard to figure out who's a journalist these days or what journalism actually is, because everyone is their own publisher.
People take you seriously because your tone is very serious.
But that's the intention.
But people aren't getting that intention.
I'm trying to have.
But they're so stupid.
Have like a more like nuanced aspect to it, where you could think that this is like a real journalist, but like the reality is I'm playing a character. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
But I don't think your audience feels the same way. I think your audience doesn't know or understand because you're not like poking fun at anything. You're just stating fact.
Good point, Stephen A. Sarge. What's your fucking problem?
You do solid reporting. Like the reporters I know use your work.
That tells you everything you know about mainstream media. Right there. The reporters I know use your work.
You ever notice that most articles these days are like an article about a link?
Yeah,
and then
sure.
like words just to make up the page count.
I know.
Just so they could get the link out there. That's it.
Jesus, these people think they're such fucking heroes too.
Yeah.
These journalists. I'm a journalist. So what?
Yeah. I don't think Kat Tenbar is winning a Pulitzer anytime soon, you know?
Yeah. If she was, I'd probably have less respect for her. I gotta be honest with you. They're all fucking crooks from the top down. It's from the serious ones to Kat Tenbar. I don't think there's any like difference between I mean, goddamn, you want to go back? America's most trusted man, Walter Cronkite, lied about Vietnam. And our casualty numbers lied because if the casualty numbers were higher, or at least he would omit the enemy's casualty numbers, he would get his wish, and there would be less support for the Vietnam War. They've been doing it for fucking ever. It's nothing new.
So
nothing
Tommy,
new.
I went back on Wayback Machine because I know he had a reference to one of those late night hosts on his bio. It was a mix between the Soup and the Colbert Report.
Colbert, well, yeah, Colbert comes from Jon Stewart, so yeah, you're right. Yeah.
When he started making those, when he started saying stuff like that, I was like, this guy can't be in his mid-20s. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Of course, everybody starts here. Everybody started doing the research when I brought that up. And I couldn't even cash in on it because I was on vacation.
Like, that is a testament to your ability.
I want money. I want your money. Give me money. Give me money. How much money did you get that for that one donation, Jessix?
50,000.
All right.
57,000.
How was the guy?
Listen. That was total over time, and that doesn't include $30,000. It was actually $87,000 total he gave me. It was
$87,000. How old was he?
I'm sorry?
How old was he?
Probably 30.
I'd suck your dick, 30-year-old guy. Fuck it. Send me through with it.
He might be younger. I think he's late 20s. 30 at the oldest.
And he's that successful? Good.
Does he look young?
I've seen pictures of him once.
Could he pass for a girl?
Is he a good? All right, but is he a good-looking guy? Like,
I genuinely don't. I mean,
if we put a wig on him, could you fool somebody?
I don't know.
All right, just checking.
No, I mean he wasn't ugly. I don't remember.
Does he like YouTube drama? Does he like YouTube drama? You think he likes YouTube drama?
Not really.
Oh. Video games? Find out what he likes and let me know. We'll change the entire channel around suited. All right.
Yeah, you know what I was doing actually right before he donated? I was putting clothes on for money.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there in just like a t-shirt and jeans, and every time somebody donated, I would put on another sweater.
Still dead on Dave's
That's legitimately what I was doing like 10 minutes
thief.
before he donated.
So what, after you donated, you smother yourself in clothes?
Yeah.
No,
she showed her tits. Thanks. That was the least she could do is take off her shirt. God,
no,
it's $80,000.
No, it was 50,000 in one night, but over the last couple of years, the extra 30,000.
Yes, you absolutely owe him a booby shot. I demand it.
Nah.
I bet he demands it too. He's just waiting.
No.
He's waiting for you to come around.
No, he appreciated how wholesome.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Are
He
you
wants
sure?
He
boobies.
won't respond to me. If I DM him right now, he won't respond. He's
Send
like
him your
the
tits. I bet he
anti-fan.
does.
He doesn't want my. He doesn't want attention.
I think you need to send a picture of yourself wrapped up like Randy from A Christmas Story because you're going the opposite way.
Maybe that's what he's into.
I can't move my arm.
Well, you can put your arms down when you get to school.
Yeah.
Ability, but it's not satire. Like it's not a joke. Like my worry is you post something that you feel is satire, but your audience takes as real, and then it becomes this whole big thing.
That doesn't bother me because I'm lying.
That can put someone in jeopardy.
I don't care. What the fuck do I care, douchebag? And you don't care either, let's be honest. Wouldn't that be great if Def Noodles said that? You don't give a fuck either. What are you lecturing me for, bitch? Come on.
A lot of people, all of this would seem like a cop-out for all of the backlash that he received off his Charlie D'Amelio reporting. If he could claim that everything he was doing was a joke, that he could play off any and all backlash that he ever received.
This is the worst written video John has ever done. It is so simplistic.
And he's had so much time, you'd think he would have done better.
Yeah, you know. I feel like it feels like a high school level report. You know what I mean?
Days, Dennis would double down and overcompensate, posting clearly photoshopped DMs
Tommy,
of him.
pause.
Yeah.
Is it because he's having 15-year-olds write his scripts?
Could be.
Reaching out to people that didn't exist. And it didn't take long for people to start questioning what was real and what was fake.
Well, it took me about 2 years to question his age, so that's not true.
It's not always clear which part is real and which part is a joke and what the joke even is sometimes.
How come all these fucking college graduates couldn't come to the conclusion that he was deliberately shifting the goalposts so he couldn't take criticism? Like, really? Why is that so? Because I tell you something. I had come to that conclusion, and I have not graduated college, and I cheated my way through high school, by the way. And yeah, I should have my diploma taken away. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And these guys, all these college grads couldn't fucking figure it out. Go figure.
Because being educated doesn't mean you actually know anything.
Yeah. Or you voluntarily put yourself into an ideology where you can't think outside the box because that breaks some political correctness rule.
And as much as he says it's all a character, I don't know if I always believe him. You know, he clearly gets something.
He's full of shit. He's a liar. All this stuff was available back then.
Out of reporting in his way about this world, and he knows so many people's names, and I'm like,
I mean, honestly, like this guy right here and Cat Tenbarge and all those other dipshits like A-Sarge, they could have put an end to Def Noodles a long time ago, but he was politically on their team. That's what happened.
And he's doing work that they can't or don't want to do, and he'll take the fall if he's wrong.
That's the only thing that was the smart thing I've ever heard in this video. Everything else is like simplistic as fuck by John Swan here.
who are these people?
Despite this bump in the road,
who are these
Def
people?
Noodles
Who is this Def Noodles guy? He's writing stuff and nobody knows what it is. Is he joking? Is he not joking? I don't know.
would eventually move on from this drama, and his account would continue to grow fairly steadily over the coming months. But his tweets continue to scratch the
I thought nobody believed him. I thought he was falling apart. Didn't he just say that like 5 minutes earlier in this video?
heads of many, myself included. It really was difficult to distinguish what was satire and what was supposed to be legitimate, serious reporting. In a conversation that Dennis had with me on a stream, he said that whenever he wanted to report on serious issues, he would include a disclaimer in the tweet itself.
If I'm not mistaken, he didn't start doing that till after he said it, correct?
He did it like the very next day. He made like some,
if I remember
he had
correctly,
his pinned tweet. His pinned tweet was like, "This is a satire account." Blah blah blah.
God.
And then he would like tag certain things as serious if it was like real news.
I should have ripped that off. Serious. Fucking a plane has hit the Eiffel Tower.
Serious.
Well, no, it's serious. When I say serious, it's really satire. When I say it's satire, it's really serious. When I play the fucking game too. Yeah.
However, over the coming months, Dennis would start to get sloppy, and he eventually dropped the tag completely, reigniting the very issue that these tags were meant to solve. And this was only the beginning of Def Noodles' carelessness.
You want me to admit to something that I shouldn't admit?
Yes.
I like bad Barbie songs.
Bad Baby?
Bad Barbie, whatever her name is. I like some of her songs. I like the one she did in black and white. Was that song
Gucci
with David Spade? Yeah, I like that. I like that song.
She made a song called Gucci Flip Flops.
It was a good song. I liked it. It's really, the video was even more awesome. I love that.
Putin, press the button. Just press the button.
Yeah, just press the button. I do. I like Gucci Flip Flops.
You know what? Honestly, do it. Please do it.
Well, if you do it, don't worry. I may like Gucci Flip Flops, but Dead on Dave's still bad at video games.
If there's one thing you definitely shouldn't be careless about, though, it's your online privacy, which is why I partnered with Atlas VPN for today's video. They're offering a huge discount right now, which means you can get a 3-year subscription.
Skip it.
He's out there. His name is James Charles, and he is preying on children.
He's acting reckless. He's messaging fans for hookups.
That's actually a crime that he has committed. And not only is it like a crime, it's like...
Who's that?
That's me, sorry.
That's, let me see. I don't know who that is.
That's probably a T channel, drama, beauty, something.
I can't believe you made me say a very
Putin. Okay, I'm nuking Germany.
serious crime that has
Don't fuck it up like you fucked up the Ukraine. You fucking hit Liechtenstein by accident. Your army sucks.
victims involved in it.
I don't think James is a victim anymore.
It's just disgusting, and all of these people need to...
I forgot about him. This guy's another big
Oh,
phony.
D'Angelo Wallace.
Yeah, he's better than fucking Def Noodles and John. I'll give him that.
legitimately have their platforms removed.
In March and April of 2021, serious allegations of grooming and inappropriate behavior were levied against beauty influencer James Charles. In these early days, the allegations were spread all across the internet, and it was difficult to fully understand the scope.
Oh, this is when he fell for the guy that was goofing, right?
Accused of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Dennis decided to create a mega thread cataloging all of the allegations against James Charles, and it quickly became the most popular thread about the allegations, amassing over 4,000 likes on the first tweet alone.
This all comes from Def Noodles, by the way, who's done a great job of archiving all this.
However, just looking at it, you could draw a conclusion that this may not have been done with the right intentions in mind. Disregarding this, though, cataloging and bringing more attention to serious allegations is definitely something that
you put the 4K whole HD in the background. That's pretty funny.
people are allowed to do, provided that the allegations are sufficiently vetted and researched.
So he's talking about couples there? Is that a couple stream? This kid.
Beforehand, to make a reasonable effort to verify.
Okay, it's not reasonable. Anybody see my work? There is no way you could come to the reasonable conclusion that I'm a Nazi or have anything to do with Nick Fuentes, who I've debated. I've always been very hard and challenged Nick Fuentes the entire way. So this idea that I'm a Nazi is just completely bad faith. This is my Destiny imitation.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
This is something that
and I watched him all weekend. Ah, there he is! Skinny scares.
Should take
Sucks that I'm fatter than him now, and I wasn't when I started this.
Pretty seriously. You don't
Shut up,
just
Jeff.
platform a very serious
I didn't say a
allegation
thing.
without airtight evidence
Look at that fucking lesbian.
to back it up. The perceptive among you may see where this is going.
You know what I was? Because I'm getting into FIFA because I'm playing with the guys. They're telling me like there's a lot of stuff that you can't do in EA. You know, I think you know what I'm gonna tell you. Like with NHL, you know what they used to do? You know how like some of the teams are called, FC or football club or like Sporting Kansas City. You know what?
Yeah,
the common.
St. Louis is getting a team like
Yeah.
that.
You know what they. You know what, like the joke name is for like FIFA Ultimate Team? Sporting Lesbians. That's the one I heard. And then the other one was Enter Your Man. I didn't know it was all news to me. It's too fucking funny. Sporting Lesbians. If anybody has really great FIFA names that are either now banned or Ultimate Team names, please send them.
That's like fantasy sports shit.
Yeah.
Like my.
Do you know what the
football
worst
team-
one I ever saw? This is like I'm afraid to laugh at this. I think I told you about it. It's around the time we met. I was playing like NHL 13 or 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
For Xbox 360, and do you know the old CCM helmet cage that the college kids used to wear.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, somebody made this like extra dark, extra hairy guy for a hockey player, and you make your own player, and he wrote the first name was Cage, the last name was Ape. That was the worst one. And the first time, what are you laughing, you fucking bigot? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? You're such a racist. Now, I got to be honest with you. Maybe I laughed the first time I saw it, but I didn't laugh the 15th time I saw it, and it was like a different guy. Everybody used Caged Ape. That was so you'd have the cage over your face. It was really terrible.
You see it the first time, it's hysterical.
Yeah, the first time was kind of fucked up, buddy. Yeah, it was like every team I played, every like ultimate NHL team, whatever the equivalent's called. I forget what it's called. Hut. Yeah, it had a caged ape. Or no, not Hut. It was the other game. I forget.
On April the 5th, 2021, Dennis published a new allegation to his Twitter account. Who could have seen this coming? James Charles...
Who could have seen reverb coming? I couldn't have seen that coming.
Was exposed by 14-year-old boy who alleges James Charles reached out to him in Instagram DMs, asking him to add him on Snapchat. Boy informs James he's 14, and James replies, "How about now?" If we take a look at the TikTok created by comedy creator Sammy Sens, it's an obviously faked DM conversation. And if we look in the caption, it's literally tagged with #meme. James,
way to go, Stephen A. Sarge.
Dennis made no effort to research this whatsoever.
No.
I mean, the guy couldn't even look at the caption of the TikTok that he posted. And even if he were to say that this was a joke, it was so poorly executed because it was laid out in exactly the same way as every other serious allegation that he posted to his mega thread. He did delete the tweets, but only because his own fans started to call him out in his replies. It's moments of carelessness like this that marked the beginning of the end.
Beer Salona? That's okay. Beer Salona.
No, I put in the chat that my fantasy football team name is the Hand Waxing.
Sporty lesbians is the best.
The Def Noodles. And it would only get worse.
Interior man.
as the days progressed. 5 days later, on the 10th of April 2021, Def Noodles posted a new allegation to his account. This time, it was a different TikTok, uploaded by I'm Kian Jones, alleging that James Charles had offered to fly him out to LA and solicited nude images from him when he was 15 years old.
He sent a video and basically this...
I wouldn't believe this guy with the way he talked. Immediately. I'm like, out of here.
But I put, like the outfit, if you need a place to stay, if you ever come to the US, you can stay with me. Which, yet again, is just pathetic because by my Instagram, I do look like a teenager. And I know this is just my fault for leading it on, but I did say, I sure would stay with you. And then obviously he said, we can book a hotel and have a good night, which then I did say my age. I put I'm 15.
If you notice something a little bit off about these messages...
Everybody's gay. That's what I noticed. That's what I noticed.
Well, yeah, that's what I said at the beginning. There's like no testosterone.
Including the commentator.
You are not alone. In fact, just about anyone that's used Instagram DMs should be able to tell that something...
Anybody that used Grindr before should know. You know?
Doesn't look quite right here.
I happen to be... No, my friends happen to be experts.
I mean, for starters, the sizing of the text is just completely off, and the conversation just flows so awkwardly. Like, who works on a video before getting ready for the day? Like, just makes no sense.
I don't know.
I would think a lot of people.
Well, it depends on who you are, I suppose.
And then he goes,
like, oh my god!
I don't see a. I don't see.
I didn't see that. It's a little.
He's
fishy.
gonna do all of his videos in a full face of makeup. Okay, that's how he edits.
To say, show me a video describing yourself.
Show me a video.
I obviously did, me not thinking.
I tried this trick and I am Alex, but it didn't quite work. But it worked on James.
And it's not it.
Okay, so Kian sends James a video of him talking, and then a few messages later, James asks where he even lives. Like, he couldn't have just picked it up from the strongest Stoke accent that I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I bet he would have known he was from Stoke, but I think he could have definitely come to the conclusion he might. Maybe. I don't know. Lives in the UK. In the UK. Stoke is a place. I know it's because of a football team called Stoke too.
And who offers to pay for your flight like 10
Right, they play their park's very close to sporting lesbians.
minutes into the conversation? The whole thing screams fake. And naturally, this led some to express concern over the validity of the messages. But despite this, the 15-year-old continued to maintain that the messages were not edited. And of course, instead of investigating himself or asking for extra proof, Def Noodles just blindly believed him and refused to remove the tweets. Eventually, one of Dennis's followers had to scrutinize the 15-year-old themselves. And wow, would you look at that? They were blocked after questioning the validity of the screenshots.
Believe all gay boys. Jerk off.
It was only after this point that Def Noodles finally deleted the tweets. But he didn't apologize. He didn't admit to any wrongdoing.
Did he? Did he? I could have swore I forgot I was watching a John Swan video. God. And you know, John, you're doing the same thing. Like he what's Def Noodles' whole act? They just don't understand why I'm not wrong. You're doing the same fucking thing.
You know what's so funny about this to me is it makes me think about all the times I've heard Nick talk about John Swan and like compare John Swan's leaving to like what happened with Turkey Tom. He's like, Turkey Tom just sat there quietly, worked on videos and came back and they were bangers. And John Swan's like, oh yeah, I can do that. And like, this is what he comes out.
Yeah, he makes videos about NFTs and fucking
objectively. Well, here's another thing. Whether he liked it or not, he did take the criticism of the commentary community, some of which were his very close friends, at least YouTube friends. He may not have liked it, but he didn't like... I yelled at Tom. And I could hear him pulsing. I could... when I told him, you know, he was mad, but he never like said, Tommy, fuck off, you're not my friend, fuck you. He just... I'm sure he didn't like hearing it, and that was the end of it. Like, not forget that he didn't objectively fuck up as hard as John did and double down on it, but it was like one thing and he heard it, but he didn't like tell anybody fuck off. I never felt like, oh, I gotta worry about Tom swinging his audience on me now. It was never even a possibility. Jerk off. By the way, Tom hated John all along too.
Tommy, 375 votes for this poll. John Swan 48%. Def Noodles 52%.
That's incredible.
That's and I honestly, it's a dead heat. To me, this is a dead heat, and I'll tell you why. I really only think because he's the more recent of lolcows.
Yeah.
I really do. That's amazing. It really is. I thought I was a retard. I thought I was like, wow, everybody's gonna say, you know, you always got an opinion. How come you can't come up? You know, I couldn't come up with a rational one. I didn't even get any dopamine from this, unfortunately. We didn't even influence this poll by speaking about it and showing it. And he still didn't budge it. Bizarro. Bizarre.
And he didn't even issue a formal retraction. He did, however, turn off...
Did John Swan issue a formal retraction? I don't know.
His replies so that no one could criticize him for his unacceptable...
You deleted your Twitter. Who's a bigger pussy? You know, come on. The fuck out of here! Like, stop, get off the cross. We need the wood, dude. You know, I mean, Jesus.
Well, to be fair, Twitter deleted Def Noodles' Twitter, so he didn't.
No, I'm talking about John did that. John dipped.
I know.
And this guy is just like, I mean, he doesn't need the Romans. He's banging those nails in his fucking palms all himself.
He's like, give me that hammer.
Yeah, give me that. I've been crucified.
Sloppy reporting. But by this point, it was already too late. The tweet had amassed over 1,200 likes.
Arsenal.
Not bad, not bad.
And you can be sure that many more thousands saw it and believed it. In contrast, his note saying that he deleted the allegation only got 300 likes. And all of this happened because Dennis was so consumed with the story and wanted to be the first to report on every accusation. Oh, sorry. No, I forget.
This is the pot call. Like, it's like, guys, I just made this video, but I don't think I can good conscience put it out. It makes me look too ridiculous. Like, no, I can do this. God.
It's all just satire, isn't it?
Yeah,
the
sure
following
is.
day, in a move that absolutely everyone expected, the 15-year-old made a video apologizing for faking the allegations.
Hi guys, so I'm coming on to just apologise to absolutely everyone about the James.
You know what he looks like? He looks like I don't know. I'm kind of got FIFA on the brain, but like the old school. Remember, you add your own face to the player thing. He looks like he looks like if you added your own face. That's what the fucking hockey player or soccer player would look at. Yeah, he's a creative player. He's a living creative player. This kid.
Situation messaging, but it is fake.
Fix his teeth.
And it was my stupid, irresponsible idea to even do
Wasn't
that.
stupid.
Try and ruin someone else's career.
You're as dishonest as everybody else around here. Join the club.
Try and gain clout in a way.
I am Ian Jones. Is he still on TikTok? I wonder if he is.
Honestly, I am so sorry.
I'm
from the bottom of my
so
heart.
sorry.
I know
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
get a lot of hate, and I do deserve that, and I do, and I really don't care. I do deserve a
How
lot.
come all gay guys sound like they're perpetually like 15-year-old girls? I don't know. That's just me.
I mean,
I don't know.
Hate. I'm just
The only gay. Well, Tobes isn't like that. In fairness. How about I shouldn't say that. Not all gay guys. That's really unfair.
yeah.
There's a lot of gay guys that are have this perpetual 15-year-old girl act, and I'm not wrong. And I'm not being bigoted either. No, not all gay. That's not even true. That's even close to true.
Here to say I'm so sorry.
Dennis reported on this in an extremely tasteless way, headlining his tweet with "Influencer Apology of the Day."
The guy's an influencer? I thought he just ratted on James ratted on James Charles and turned out he was a lion.
Once again, no accountability from Dennis for spreading
You can't tell anybody that I'm taking. I mean, she's factually correct.
Information.
But it just sounds. This is exactly what I talked to you about, John, so many months and years ago. You know, when you and Dr. Skipper were sitting there making fun of Jeff in your own time. This is what I was saying while you're laughing at Jeff. What I was saying is, if you ever do a video like this again, it just sounds ridiculous. Does it put a 1 in the chat? Does it sound ridiculous? Do I need to do a poll? Sounds fucking. Put a 2 of them wrong. It sounds objectively ridiculous, even though it's true. I don't think it changes the truth. It just sounds ridiculous. Jess, am I crazy? Am I right?
No, you're right. I mean, it's like it's weird. You know, that he's trying to come from this like objective angle, like looking at this from the outside and all that, you know, and it's just like are you any better? I mean, really, I mean, I'm not gonna say that what they did is on the same level or the same thing. I mean, it's hard to compare the two, like, you know, one.
It's like Charles Manson making a video on Ted Bundy. You know, it really is.
No, but it's like
This guy's a filthy murderer. He's an unapologetic murderer.
He never apologized, but John Swan didn't really apologize that well either.
No, well, that's
his apology was very insincere, and he continued to do more shit and fuck more shit up, and then just deleted and left. It's like, what accountability did you take?
Yeah, I know. But I bet you could always lead on. I might be a hypocrite, but I'm not a liar in this case. So, yeah, I guess. You know, congratulations.
To thousands and thousands of people. When you have the kind of credibility of Def Noodles, with news articles sourcing you and people like H3H3 promoting you, this kind of malicious, careless reporting
Here's the pearl clutching.
is pretty unacceptable. And it's a slap in the face to victims as well. Platforming and promoting false allegations is so damaging.
Wait a minute. Why would he put... What is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adriana.
He would use the phrase false allegations and put her on the
victims as
screen?
well. Platforming and promoting
Well, he
false
put
allegations.
her up there when he said victims.
Listen.
No, yeah, I know.
That's
and it's a slap.
I you take her out. You know, like I can see making the mistake, you know, because you just need to fill her. I get that, but I'm not even criticizing for that.
The face to victims as well. Platforming and promoting false allegations.
Wouldn't it be funny, and I wouldn't be shocked, if he privately thinks she's full of shit? Oh, that girl.
With all 15-year-old Discord members being like,
yeah. Oh, she's lying about Miss Cat.
Is so damaging to real victims of any sort.
See, now she's a real victim. Okay.
Yeah. That's
there you
what
go.
I think
But it was just weird. Just weird.
Especially those involving influencers, because a single slip up.
That's that fucking half a nuts himself.
Can give the influencer in question the ammunition necessary to rebut the claims based on one inconsistency.
Yeah, then he's on the other hand, he's a perfect example of what he's saying right now.
Yeah.
The fucking asshole's name again? I forgot.
Zero.
Yeah, Zero.
Or mistake. Even if
Zero video has been removed. Right?
Yep.
If the majority of the allegation is valid. And this very thing happened when James Charles responded to the accusations 2 months later.
There was basically one drama channel on Twitter that started a thread and started compiling a list of anybody that said literally anything about me on social media. And after what felt like weeks of somebody new coming forward every single day, it eventually became the 20 victims of James Charles. Now, when I say that literally anything and everything was being added to this list, I really do mean anything and everything. But the worst part about all of this...
He sounds like a teenage girl, too.
is that on top of all of
I said that. How do you say this? Pronounce that for me, Kite. Come in here.
Cirrhosis pool?
Cirrhosis pool? I don't get that one.
Cirrhosis pool?
I don't get it.
Those situations, there were countless videos
Because
posted.
cirrhosis is what you get in your liver when you drink too much.
Yeah.
So liver pool, cirrhosis pool.
I got it. It's a bad joke.
Pretty good.
You like it? Jeff likes it.
That's decent.
Jeff likes it.
Funny. When I realized that's
Liverpool,
kind of
it's pretty good. Pretty good one. Good one. Good one. John is speaking from personal experience when making false allegations. He's empathizing with them.
Completely fake.
Poofers.
I'm not talking about somebody unsent a message or somebody took something out of context. I'm talking about conversations that fully never happened, that were edited from beginning to end. Now,
You really should stop talking to fucking these kids and let them fucking do this to you.
to be fair,
What happened to him? Is his career over? Is he doing okay now?
He's still doing YouTube videos. It'll never be the same as it once was.
Sure. He did put himself in this position. I don't think he's a pedo. I think he's an idiot. But whatever.
There's several other drama channels and even
23 million. God damn.
Those views are way down than they used to be.
Yeah, it's not what it. Well, nobody lasts forever. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
reporters that were
Jeffree Star wins again.
calling out this person for knowingly posting fake stories and information time and time and time again, and I'm really, really appreciative of that.
What's Jeffree Star's numbers looking like these days?
I don't. Is he even uploading anymore?
So everybody was really destroyed from this whole situation. Like, so Jeffree Star, fucking that idiot Swan, what's his face, fucking threw himself in the middle.
You know what? I take that. But James Charles is doing okay. I just his latest videos aren't doing that great, but he's still getting millions of views.
Oh
Same
well,
with Jeffree Star.
I'm crying my eyes out. Shane Dawson fucked himself.
Yeah.
Everybody lost. Everybody ate each other. Toddy Westbrook. Everybody just ate each other. Disgusting people. They gave, if you really think about it, but even though the tea community is kind of dead, and I give Willie Mack the credit for he made it uncool. He put the final nail in the coffin. Really, your goal, if you really want to end a community or YouTuber, is not so much to cross your T's and dot your I's, and you should do that when you're criticizing and make sure it has some, I don't know, some merit to it. But the real trick is to make them uncool. That's the trick. That's the trick. Make them uncool.
But the problem is, we are such a headline-driven society that people don't see that information being corrected or being taken down. All they see is that initial headline, which literally said that
He looks like a talking corpse.
20 victims of James Charles, and that
I expect him to be in a wake. Look at him.
Because you have to have your lights like blown the fuck up for any of that makeup to look somewhat reasonable
Really?
to wear outside. Yeah. Otherwise, if you see them in real life, it looks ridiculous. Like it looks caked on. Yeah, you have to have your lights blasted the fuck out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
that's the information that sticks with them.
In my opinion, there
Who cares?
were some legitimate things to criticize James for. I think he was extremely negligent, and an influencer of his caliber should definitely know better than to go messaging fans without knowing or asking for their ages. but sloppy reporting and platforming of damaging false allegations
I think this is an objectively bad video, and I'm done with it.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
You wanted to do it. Go fuck yourself. Don't act like you're above it. Fucking Fluffman.
I'd never seen the video. I thought maybe it might be.
It was interesting. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm just sick of him. He's a big fucking
hypocrite.
Boring.
It got really boring.
It did. I did 21 minutes of it and had another fucking 10 to go. Fuck it.
I've been throwing other fantasy football names in the chat.
Bizarre that even though, while objectively true, the criticisms that he made are just like it's impossible to take him seriously. How many hits did this guy? Fucking 16K.
Yeah.
Maybe we should read the comments. That might be funny, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of them are being filtered out.
Oh, really? I'm not saying exactly written for Keem, but damn, Clapback was one good.
Was a good one.
Was a good one. I highly doubt Keem is going to lose a penny in legal fees. Well, why would you think that? It doesn't make any sense even. Let's go to the new ones first. Tab Studios, Real Fuckhead, welcome aboard. Do appreciate it. I think you copied this from a certain someone. This was fun, thanks. I just realized I could have been making money in comedy clubs and theaters and pictures of janitors. D-O... The guy, he's trying to get around the filter. He wrote D-O space R space I-O. That's funny.
You can't hide them all.
Yeah. I think this is real. I despise Keem so much, but I'm so attentive. He's just not funny. Oh wow, he must be blocking everywhere. So good job, John.
There's a lot
Awesome.
of comments that are like that meme, like, "Hey,
Awesome
can I copy
video.
your homework?" Yeah, just make sure it looks different.
Yeah. JP the drummer. Put salvo pancakes. Got in there. Oh, man. Interesting analysis for someone who promotes the product expressly to steal content by avoiding another pesky subscription. Theft is theft. It's not a free product. Why are you? What are you talking about?
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
You know, fuck off. Just dropped to say bye, comedian. He must be monitoring this. There's no way he's getting this many comments.
No.
Deny Noodles. I want to leave a comment.
Keep in mind, there's probably people that are finding John Swan from this that like are just getting recommended shit about Def Noodles.
Good job. Awesome video. I'm gonna like my own tweet. Put it.
Everybody go like Tommy's comment.
Yeah.
And like the stream. Everybody like the stream.
Like to see.
All right. So
380 people here, only 87 likes.
Yeah, 438 of you voted on that poll, but you can't hit the like button. Like, what the fuck?
Check off.
438 votes. John Swan 47%. Def Noodles 53%.
I'm gonna like this video for John. Love this video. Oh no, that means we're gonna get. Fuck that. I already did it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get recommended all his old videos now or some shit. Whatever. Def Noodles. We haven't even affected the poll. 400. You can't give me some more likes? Jesus Christmas.
We just got 20 likes off just saying that, so it's good.
I hate having to do that. Give me likes. Give me money. Pay me. I may not have a nice set of tits like Jessica's over here.
You don't think Tommy's here to fucking do this shit for free?
Yeah, I should be like those Twitch thoughts. Like,
donate or get the fuck out.
Stop being poor. That's my personal favorite.
Tommy will ban you in 5 seconds. Every single one of you doesn't spend $5 right the fuck now.
Yeah, stop being poor. You have no excuse. Do you like going to work and not getting paid for it? Well, either do I. So welcome to Ban World. See, Tommy needs that money. He really does. He really does, chat. Well, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. I wonder if my comment is still there. Have to check. I guarantee it isn't there. Arts. Welcome to Ban World. We have calls? Oh, nobody wants to call in?
I'll put the link to the Discord in real quick. See if
all right, you guys
call. Have your shit working.
Hop into waiting to call.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Unification Day. I got the day off, you know. Well, not from here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. This is the day when the Germans get out and act like they're above it, and they pretend it wasn't a good thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really disgusting.
Oh, wait, Tommy, there's a clip I sent you about the Keffel stuff. Just one small clip that's pretty funny. I think you should check it out.
I'll check it out.
What the fuck is that camera angle?
Hi, Jeff. That's what it is. I don't know. It's my camera angle. What do you want from me? All right, hold on a second. If anybody watch this, this could work.
I watched a little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, I watched it too. It's a little repetitive, but I mean, he was trying to T-cross I dot, so I get it. Yeah.
She supported mouse supporting Nicholas Diarios.
He did that on purpose.
I don't think
he's
so.
biggest fan.
She supported mouse supporting Nicholas Diarios or Dario. I don't know.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't believe it. That's what you get. That's what you get, Nick, for being a Destiny fan.
Yeah, I don't know this fucking guy. Who's this guy? Who cares?
His name. He was
actually. Let's save this.
She supported mouse supporting Nicholas Diarios.
Copy that link. We're gonna make that a sound clip, will you?
Well, I can just do that now.
Yes, please. Nicholas Diarios. Please. That Nick's fuming. They're all. I'm always sticking up for you. Everybody says you're a fucking elitist douchebag.
What up, bitch?
You remember my name? Thanks, Dark Dragon. Appreciate it. No calls. All right, that's it. I'm done. I mean, it's.
All right.
I guess we got to do an after show, right?
Oh, Matt's deafened.
He's trying to get out of it. Let's give Matt a break. No after show. How about that? The confusing opinion. Nicholas Diarios. I'm gonna post that. I'm stealing that. I'm posting that. Nicholas Diarios. You know the problem is I have such bad fucking grammar that I think I actually misspelled it. Yeah.
What up, bitch?
The confusing opinion.
Check the DMs.
Yeah.
Discord.
So I find for you DMs. Hold on a second. From Discord? You're not even in them. You're not in them. I don't have one from you, Kite. Kite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
I get to send this one of the best and swine stuck I think in my life. Thanks, Joey. Now let me see this. Here we go. Nicholas Diarios. 3, 2, 1, action. Here we go. Don't get me claimed.
Look here, listen. I hope you and your family die in an automobile wreck. Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out. Welcome to the band.
We miss you.
Nice.
Subscribe, donate, get the fuck out. This money well spent. How much you pay for that?
I don't know, like $20 or something.
Oh shit! I forgot my thing. I think I'm done. Nobody wants to call in. I'm tired. We'll give you a break. We'll do what you call it all week.
We'll see what Dustin has to say.
She supported mouse supporting Nicholas Diarios.
I thought he's spoken to Nick a few times. Like, what the fuck's the matter with you?
They have.
You can't say an Italian name? I thought you're, like, super well educated. That's right. Oh, that's right. Nick told me you graduated from college. What the fuck? Nicholas Diarios. How dare. I knew Nick's names, and I can barely read. I'm functionally illiterate. And I know. All right, I'm out of here. Final poll numbers kind of changed. Def Noodles wins, which I don't think I agree with. I'll put this up on screen.
Stayed 47-53
I don't either.
most of the time. It's pretty much deadlocked. If you
I
ask me.
don't particularly agree with this. Like and share, vote in this poll. If I leave the poll up, will people that watch the stream later be able to vote in it? Or?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I'll leave it up. Fuck it. I don't care. What do I care? GG boys. Bye bye. All that other fucking happy horse shit. Anybody have anything to say or anything to promote? Jessix, are you coming back? I know you miss.
What do you mean? Am I coming
You miss
back?
fucking the influencer game.
I've been back. I've been on Fireball. I've been streaming.
That's
I've been here vibing.
You're happy? You're waiting for that
Yeah.
fucking pregnancy test to come fucking positive, I guess, right?
And then I'm fucking out, dog.
Get out of here.
Out.
I can't
Not
wait.
necessarily. I mean, this is like, you know, we live off of just my husband's income, so it's nice to have like extra money.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Nothing wrong with it.
So I don't know if I'd quit, but I definitely like am a lot more private about my personal life than I used to be. Like it's definitely just like I stream, and the stream is stream, and my life is my life.
You're popping out little boys and girls soon, so I understand.
Fingers crossed.
You're gonna do it. Don't worry about it. Sometimes it fucking takes a whole year, man. Don't even sweat.
Yeah. I mean, I know people that took longer. I know a woman from my church who was trying to conceive for 4 years, and they finally adopted a baby. And a month after they adopted the baby, she got pregnant. So sometimes it's.
Do you want to
just
hear a
when you
horror
stop
story?
worrying
I
about
can't
it.
go into too much fucking detail. My brother adopted 2 children about 4 years ago, and he was smarter than most. He was worried because the mother's kids were junkie drug addicts, or the mother was a junkie drug addict, that somebody might try to help her get the kids back even after the paperwork was signed. I think he hired an extra lawyer. He talks like, there is no way they could take these kids away from me, because he couldn't. His wife was told that she couldn't have kids since she was like 17. Like, it was out of the question, right? So, you know, my brother's in his 40s, early 40s, late 30s. She's the same thing. And so they try to adopt, and he gets these kids. They live with the parents. It's a fucking 4-year-old and a 6-month-old, and everything's going great. It's going fucking fine. You got to return the kids. The mother made a play in court. This happened. I never spoke about this publicly. But yeah. And we went through, it actually made me cry when I heard it. My dad told me that he had to go in and break the news to the kid. You got to, this kid just like straight ghetto. You know, he told the kid, he comes in and is like, I got to take you back. So they're going to take you back to your mother. And you know what he did? Like he had done it before. Like he'd been he just started packing his shit. Didn't complain, didn't cry. My fucking brother's bawling. My fucking mother-in-law's bawling. And the state of Texas can burn in fucking hell. And you know, I really want to thank all those fucking lefties. Yeah, and I'm sure they're in some fucking trailer park or some fucking ghetto, some drug-infested ghetto. And my brother did everything to keep this from happening.
Yeah,
because he knew it was a possibility,
system, right?
And they told him time after time, it's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah. You're fucking got your shit together. And they took these poor children away. Poor children. Real-talk does it. I told Real-talk. This is the only one I told about it. You know, yeah. So that was happened. Just devastating. I can't imagine what they went through. I'm not very close with my brother, but I did pay attention to this. She gets pregnant about 3 months later.
Wow.
I tell you, I don't believe in God, but you gotta wonder. You do that kind of thing, and my father sacrificed everything for those 2 children. It is. It's so weird. It's almost like God said, you know what? I think I fucked up that thing. Have the baby. And I have a little nephew named Kelly. But I can't help to think about those kids, and I'm absolutely sure my brother and his wife can't stop thinking about them either. You know,
it's really hard, like especially because I'm a little confused about the story, but they were like fostering and they went back with the birth mother, or it was.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it, just in case somebody figures it out.
No, but it's they called CPS a lot for us because I'm not going to get into detail, but we weren't in a great situation either. And it's so fucked to see like the situations where they give the kids back to the parent, even though there's like no.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go into like I said, I don't want to get, but from what I know, is far beyond anything you experienced. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Far beyond.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Far beyond. And as I heard, when they told him, I was like, I have to take you back. It's a law. You know, my brother's a cop, so he can't fucking do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know? And they just, I can't imagine, man. I might have locked and loaded. I got to be honest with you. He's a better man than me. I don't think I could have. I don't think I could have handled that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's rough.
They had all the fucking cops
Really,
come over
really
and give
rough.
this kid a birthday party and everything, and everybody. Kid had fucking. My brother's got pool. He's fucking like sad. He's like, unbelievable. Poor children. I think about him, and I've never met this kid. I never got an opportunity, unfortunately, because he was only there for a few months. I know. But I never met the kid. I don't know what the kid looks like. Or I don't remember. I probably only saw him on Facebook. But I think about him at least once a month. It's the strangest thing. All right, I bummed everybody the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. No after show. Sorry, you can't follow that.
Yeah,
what are you laughing at? You laughing at my brother, you douchebag. You know, Jeff is a real cold prick. Fix your leg, Matt. Let's go. See you tomorrow. Bye.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
That's not even fully erect.